Hei og velkommen til AA Gaming. Skal bare passe på at jeg har timeren min på plass. Sånn. Da fant jeg endelig ut hvordan jeg skulle komme noe videre i hvert fall. Jeg tok ikke og kikket på walkthrough. Det er faktisk helt sant. Jeg begynte heller å kikke litt nærmere på alle ting.
Hey, there is indeed one of Olgierd's brass oak leaves. Let's see what the windbag has to say about that.
Det ble hintet til dette her, fordi de sa at vakta skulle ha den i lomma. Men de hadde vært og snakket med vakta, og vakta hadde den ikke. Men jeg koblet aldri at kanskje lå i klesvasken til vakta. Så ja, så dum går det an å bli. Men det viser det at jeg må jo tydeligvis huske på absolutt alt som blir sagt av disse her idiotene. Skal vi se, kan jeg gjøre sånn? Kan jeg gjøre byttehandel?
Look, Olgierd, an oak leaf of pure brass. It just fell in front of my feet.
That must be the one from the castle guard. Where did you...
Why don't we just swap? Oak leaf for oak leaf.
So that you can win? No way.
If we don't, neither of us will win. There are other participants in the challenge, as you know.
All right then. How many oak leaves do you have already?
As many as you have.
I see. All right, birdcatcher. This is your lucky day. We'll swap, but be warned, Geron. If you win the challenge, Ulfrid will beat you to a pulp.
Well, he better get some rest then. I've got all four. I should hurry to the Chamberlain. I've got all four oak leaves.
What? You? Show them to me. Yes, indeed.
Now the dire bunch can see who were the fools all along.
Not so fast. There's one more task ahead of you.
But I've collected all four leaves.
Take this town pennant here and hoist it in front of the castle walls.
Oh my. Now that reeks of harassment.
It's meant to be a tribute to the town and your king. You are supposed to show your pride in being a subject of the king of Andergast.
Piece of cake.
Don't mess with that thing, birdcatcher.
That has to go on the crossbar. That has to go...
Don't mess with that thing.
Why are you loitering here, birdcatcher? You have no business in the castle.
You again?
What's the pennant for again?
You're supposed to hoist it. It's a tribute to the town and your king.
Oh yes, child's play. I'll be back.
Don't touch...
Nei, vent, tilbake. Det henger noe der. Sånn. Sånn, så henser vi.
The birdcatcher has succeeded. That's not a good omen.
You have achieved victory in the Oak Leaf Challenge.
Who would have thought?
In order to receive your honors, you will be allowed to appear before your king today. But someone of your ilk will not be admitted into the presence of the king, just like that. So listen to me carefully.
Whatever you say, Master Chamberlain.
Royal Chamberlain.
My apologies.
First rule. You're only to talk if you are spoken to first. Do not ever interrupt the king. Or me, for that matter. And don't approach the throne closer than 7 paces.
Yes, sir.
You can count to 7, right?
7 is the number that comes after 6.
You will address the king as Your Royal Highness or Your Majesty.
Your Royal Highness. Got it?
Don't cause me any embarrassment. One slip and you'll have spent your final day in Andergast. All right. Let's get this thing over with.
Jeg leste faktisk litt om bakgrunnshistorien til denne kidden.
Newcastle, report.
The young queen of Nostria will spend some memorable days here in Andergast, your majesty.
Have the guards been clothed properly from the armory? And has the messenger with a welcome note finally been sent?
Not only that, my liege. The finest pastries have arrived from Albernian shores. They taste delicious. And we finally managed to cast the role of the rogue Morgul for the soirée. Old Buckledorn will play the part.
An interesting choice. He shall not frighten the queen too much, though.
As you wish, my liege.
Plukker han opp senere.
Who is that young lad over there? Is he a carney too?
Nei, jeg vant.
Your majesty,
Jeg vant
a
konkurransen.
victor has been named in the minor challenge of the oak leaf for the common folk. It is young Garon from the Tannerhood.
Jo, jeg leste litt av bakgrunnen til han Garon, for jeg var veldig nysgjerrig på hvorfor de hatet han så veldig. For kunne de gå inn på extras her på spillet, og da kunne du se liksom litt i forhistorie og sånn nå. Og det viste seg at jeg forstod det litt sånn at når han ble født, så hadde det Seer, som vi snakker om, som også er død, sagt at han ville bringe mye ulykke til byen. Og derfor har alle vært mistenksomme mot han hele livet hans.
Your Majesty.
The youngster is the stepchild of Ranger Gwynling.
Is that so?
It's true, Your Majesty.
Old Gwindling. Without him, we'd probably still be fearing the seer to this day.
Your Majesty, don't forget that...
He paid his dues. Be that as it may. I hereby proclaim you winner of the Oak Leaf Challenge, Garon.
Thus spoken and sealed in the 1889th year of independence.
May you make Andergast proud, my boy.
You may thank the king and rise now.
And shut off.
I thank you for this honor, Your Majesty.
Your audience is over now.
Wait. Say, didn't you learn the trade of the hunt from Gwindling, Garon?
Jo.
He taught me one or two things, all right, but I'm still at the beginning of my career.
Each journey starts with the first step.
Det faktisk ganske...
Say, Sir Newcastle, have the attempts to rid the royal guest chambers of those nasty crows been successful yet?
Your Majesty, we're doing all we can.
But
They're proving themselves quite obstinate, my liege. Nasty little buggers indeed, those crows.
I've been hearing that for days now.
The servants are doing the best they can.
Not good enough, it seems. It would constitute an insult to the Queen of Nostria. Garon, do you think you can deal with crows?
Ja?
They're just birds like every other kind. You bait them, scoop them, grab hold of them.
Well, that's good news. I hereby charge you with the mission of ridding the royal guest chamber of all crows.
But your Majesty...
The whole court is terribly busy, Newcastle. I'm sure you can use a helping hand.
Yes.
Of course, my liege. I'm just saying... Well, you know what people say about him.
Snakke,
I'm not
tusen på
inclined to bother with the superstitions of the plebs. It is
riktig.
concluded.
Good king.
Take the man-child to the ravaged chambers at once.
Very well, my liege.
Fulfill your charge well, Garon, and we'll meet again. The fate of Andergast lies in your hands.
No pressure.
I will not disappoint you, my king.
No pressure at all.
You have brought me some serious trouble already, young man. I hope you won't cause us any more bad luck.
I'll do my best.
The crows have been at it in here since yesterday. You can see for yourself what damage they've done. In just a few days, the Queen of Nostria will arrive. These are the only appropriate chambers for a guest of that importance.
This must have been a nice room once.
Spare your cheeky comments. You better start catching those crows. And I said catch, not kill. King Aphedan's wife doesn't want any bad omens, you hear?
Got it. I'll think of something.
And don't let your fingers get sticky.
Til og med kona til kongen, altså dronninga, er overtroisk.
Softer than my bed. This is bound to batter someone to death, loose as it is. A bird catcher needs two things, a proper trap and the right bait.
Ok. Hvor skal vi legge den? Der. Det var en.
What was that?
Nothing. Everything's fine. I've caught the first bugger. Regrettably, that was the only bait I had. I'll lure the crows into the fireplace and then set up the net in front of it.
Okay.
Then they'll escape through the chimney and come back in through the window.
Ok, så jeg må lukke vinduet da, på en eller annen måte. Gjør det nå?
What a mass.
Gjør noe med den. Ok, sett den foran vinduet. Så ikke de kommer inn igjen. Gjør sånn.
Doesn't work.
Gjør sånn. Ok. Hva skal jeg legge inn der da? Acorn?
I don't think so.
Legge den inn der.
I'll lure the crows into... Then they'll...
Ok. Hva skal jeg legge inn der da? Den.
I'm out of ideas.
Ok. Sånn.
This is bound...
Nei. Ha den der. Ok. Gjør sånn. Nei. Ok, så er det. Gjør noe med toppe.
Soft...
Sånn. Kanskje noe. Ok. Ja vel. Hvorfor var det så farlig? What? Åja, nå får vi vite litt om forhistorien hans. Der det ser, tydeligvis.
You spell doom.
Just as I thought.
What? Where am I? The execution. The seer.
Silence! No bad omens. And to think I put in a good word to the king for you.
Jeg har allerede fanget 2, faen er det du driver og klager etter? Helvete heller.
What happened?
I know what will happen. You'll catch those crows by the hour of 6 this evening, or you'll be put in the pillory.
The crows. Right. I don't suppose this was successful.
The sand in your hourglass is wasting away, birdcatcher. It will run out at the hour of 6 this evening.
Jeg har allerede fanget 2 i helvete.
This dream, it... Pull yourself together, Geron, and start to deal with those crows already. The king trusts me. I can't let him down. Perhaps Gwynling found something that can help me while he was dissecting the bird.
Jeg håper han bare fikk seg en fella. Ok, så jeg trengte egentlig ikke å fortelle dere litt om bakgrunnen. Jeg trengte heller ikke å lese om bakgrunnen, for tydeligvis så får du det sånn i hint, i rykk og napp her og der. Sånn. Ja. Har du fikk...
Geron, you turned up at the right time.
He sure seems to have gone through a mood change. That can't be good.
You'll have to catch a fairy for me, as quickly as possible.
Nei,
A fairy? What's gotten into you?
We don't have much time. Help me.
jeg skal fange kråker.
What do you need a fairy for? Is she supposed to drive away the crows for you?
I may be wrong, but perhaps the seer is back.
Again with this horror story. You're not making any sense. You'd better help me expel the crows from the royal guest chambers.
Later. For now, just do what I tell you.
Nei!
How could the seer possibly be back? He's dead, isn't he?
We all watched him die, but now not only the crows have returned.
But the magpies too?
Murders, Geron, where none should occur. First Knight Ulderich, now Magister Dorata.
Ok.
They were the ones who put the seer at the stake. Who knows what else will happen?
Så the seer tilbake I form av kråker og plukker ut øynene på de som drepte han.
What's a fairy got to do with the seer?
Not a fairy, the fairy. You have to catch her before someone else does.
What does the seer want with the fairy?
Only she can unleash the power of the magic harp. No man, not even the seer, can play it without dying. By the gods. If he's back, everything will start all over.
You aren't making any sense to me, old man.
Nå har vi jo skjønt hvorfor ingen I byen liker Geron, men hva var det the seer gjorde?
What powers does the harp hold?
Nobody knows. But it is said that when the harp sounds, Andergast will perish. That's why you have to catch the fairy. She is the key.
Jobber med saken.
Tell me more about that magic harp.
I don't know. It is said to be from the realm of the fairies.
Okay. Drawing. Er det noe viktig med den?
Is this the one in the drawing?
This is what she might look like.
Ja.
Who can be sure?
Seer and harp, okay.
What did the seer want with the harp?
He longed for her because she was the gateway to his power.
Okay.
Or that's what he thought, anyway.
How do you know so much about the seer?
It was I who led all those heroes to him. To his hideout in the stone oak forest.
You were part of the hero's quest,
Hunters and scouts. We caught him. And then we burnt him.
and now a knight and a magician are dead.
Just trust me, and all will be fine.
Sorry, men jeg har trust issues.
Why haven't you told me all this before?
Now is not the time.
Well, obviously, it never was the time. How did you catch that crow over there?
A certain attractant, but it needs water that's been touched by fairy magic.
So I would have to go where the fairy lives anyway.
Okay.
That's right.
Så du må ha...
If I catch the fairy, will you help me with the king's crows?
Promise. But would you please hurry now?
You don't have to tell me that. All right. How do I catch a fairy?
The fairy lives in a hidden place in the stone oak forest, near an old but sealed fairy portal. Look about 2 midden miles north of the old finger, where the oneberries grow. If you hear the great waterfall, you're in the right place.
Oh, I'll find that place all right.
Try to lure the fairy out of her hollow by playing your flute. She's nosy, but also very shy.
And then I'll catch her with a cage.
Fairies can be deceiving. Don't let her put a spell on you.
Not to worry. If she's got wings, I'll catch her. And with this fairy water, I'll be able to catch my crows?
Yes. All the other ingredients are easy to find.
Splendid. The king will be amazed.
Okay.
I'm on my way now.
You mustn't fail.
Så du trenger fairy water til å fange kråker. Hva gjorde vi her I denne verdenen når vi ikke via fairy water? Anywho, det var det jeg rakk for denne episoden. Da fortsetter vi ganske snart I neste episode. Jeg kommer til å gjøre sånn som jeg gjorde I forrige episode, altså I episode 3, at hvis jeg ikke kommer noen vei, så kommer jeg å stoppe opptaket. Jeg stoppet ikke opptaket I episode 3, for det var så kort tid igjen. Men hvis jeg plutselig står veldig, veldig fast, så kommer jeg å stoppe opptaket, og så kommer jeg å ta opp igjen når jeg da har funnet ut hva jeg skal gjøre. Så jeg kommer alltid til å lagre spillet I det jeg stopper opptaket, finne ut hva jeg skal gjøre, for så å gå tilbake på saven og gå rett og gjøre det. Så dere får alltid sett hva en må gjøre for å komme seg videre I historien. Jeg kommer aldri til å gjøre noe, og så unngå å vise dere det på en måte. Yes, men da ses vi I neste episode av The Chains of Satinav, og så får dere ha en fin dag videre. Ha det bra!